ambitions and the aspirations.
Like, so many people invited me on the panels to defend Kamala Harris, and it's just like I couldn't. Like, I just, it's not.
And we are
it's just so hard for me to do.
What we can
like,
do
the only thing I can do in that situation is just like. Oh, he's saying the people listed are rich. All right, let's look at. After I just showed you the brilliant words of FaZe Banks, let's take a look at what Kamala has to say against this, because I hope that she addresses this in her final rally. This is her closing remarks.
Oh, it's good to be back. It's good to be back and to be with so many incredible leaders, including Bob Casey. Let's send him back to the United States Senate. I want to thank all the outstanding artists and performers who are here tonight and sharing the gift that they have with all of us. I thank you all so very much. And to everyone here, thank you for taking time out of your busy lives to be here, for us to all be here together, showing who America is, that we are all in this together. We are all in this together. So Philadelphia, you ready to do this?
Ma'am, please address FaZe Banks.
Are we ready to vote? Are we ready to win?
Ma'am, please address the FaZe Banks issue, ma'am.
Brotherly love, where the foundation of our democracy was forged. And here at these famous steps, a tribute to those who start as the underdog and climb to victory. So America, it comes down to this. One more day, just one more day in the most consequential election of our lifetime, and the momentum is on our side.
I just wish Kamala Harris was more defensible, like in what she advocated for during the campaign, regardless of whether she was committed to it or not.
Into the ambitions and the aspirations.
Like, so many people invited me on the panels to defend Kamala Harris, and it's just like I couldn't. Like, I just, it's not.
And we are
it's just so hard for me to do.
What we can
like, the only thing I can do in that situation is just like attack Trump.
It is time for a new generation of leadership in America.
And that's it. It's a tough gig.
And I am ready to offer that leadership as the next president of the United States of America. However, the race ain't over yet, and we must finish strong, and this could be one of the closest races in history. Every single vote matters.
No,
so
you
let me
can't
ask
eat your own
you,
hair,
who here
stupid.
has a plan to vote? All right, well, help spread the word. Here in Pennsylvania, polls are open tomorrow morning from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m., 7 a.m. to 8 p.m., and no matter what state you live in, if you are watching this, please go to iwillvote.com for all the information you need, including when and where to vote and where to drop off your mail-in ballot. And I also ask you to please talk with your friends and your family and your neighbors. Share your perspective on why you took the time to be here this evening and why this election is important to you. Encourage folks to make their voices heard, because we need everyone to vote in Pennsylvania, and you will decide the outcome of this election, Pennsylvania. So with only a few hours left, we still have work to do. And as you've heard me say before, we like hard work. Hard work is good work. Hard work is joyful work. And make no mistake, we will win. We will win. And we will win. We will win.
Why are you saying dono over and over again? What? I didn't see it. What the f*** is the dono? What did the dono say? What do you want?
And we will win because.
Why do you keep saying dono? Just f***ing say what you said in the dono. What is the f***ing dono? What do you want from me?
Forward, where we see our fellow Americans.
I don't know why it didn't pop up.
Not as an enemy.
I want to die. Just f***ing say what you said in the donation, ass.
A president who knows that the true measure of a leader is not based on who you beat down.
The fuck is wrong with you? Just say it so I read it.
And Pennsylvania, you know me. I'm not afraid of tough fights. For decades, as a prosecutor and the top law enforcement officer of the biggest state in this country, I won fights. I won fights against the big banks when they ripped off homeowners. I won fights against for-profit colleges that scammed veterans and students. against cartels that trafficked in
How do I
guns and
re-vote?
drugs
Lol, I
and
already
human
voted for
beings.
Kamala. Phase up.
My entire career has been driven by a singular purpose: to fight on behalf of the people. On behalf
I don't know why it
of
didn't
the
pop
people.
up. Cash. I said it shaking my head. Wait,
And
that's
it is
it?
my pledge to you,
Brother, I thought
that
you
if
wanted me to
give
read
me
out
a
something from the
chance
donation.
to fight on your behalf
I don't know why it didn't pop up
as
either.
president,
Thank you for the
there is
dono.
nothing in the world that will stand in my way.
What the f?
And instead of stewing over an enemy's list, I will spend every day on your behalf working on my to-do list, full of priorities to improve your lives. Together, we will build an economy where we bring down the cost of living. We will ban corporate price gouging on groceries. We will make housing and childcare more affordable. We will cut taxes for workers, for middle-class families and small businesses. We will lower healthcare costs, including the cost of home care for seniors. Because on the issue of healthcare, I absolutely believe access to healthcare should be a right and not just a privilege of those who can afford it. And to anyone out there watching this while we're here, who still is trying to get rid of the Affordable Care Act and take us
That's me.
back to the days when insurance companies could deny people with pre-existing conditions, well, Philly, you know what I'm about to say.
What is she about to say?
We are not going back.
No!
We are not going back. And we are not going back because ours is a fight for the future, and ours is a fight
For the past.
including the most fundamental freedom of a woman to make decisions about her own body and not have her government tell her what to do. And when Congress passes a bill to restore reproductive freedom nationwide, as President of the United States, I will proudly sign it into law. Proudly. Proudly.
What do you want?
So, America, I am asking for your vote. And here is my pledge to you. As president, I pledge to seek common
Prosecute
ground
transnational
and
gangs.
common sense solutions to the challenges you face.
Is she going
I
to
am not
prosecute
looking
transnational
to score
gangs?
political points. I am looking to make progress.
I need to
And
know.
I pledge to listen to those who will be impacted by the decisions I make. I pledge to listen to experts. I pledge to listen to people who disagree.
Does she pledge
with
allegiance
me.
to the United States of America?
Because, you
I
see,
think
I
not.
don't believe that people who disagree with
That's
me
right.
are the enemy. I'll give them a seat at the table. That's what real leaders do. That's what strong
boo.
leaders do.
Boo! Boo! I don't want Republicans
And
at the table.
pledge to
Boo!
always put country above party and self, and to be a president for all Americans. So, Philadelphia, we are here together for many reasons, but probably one of the most important, because we love our country. We love our country. And when you love something, you fight for it.
No, you let it go. And if they come
And
back,
I do
then you
believe
know.
it is one of the highest forms of patriotism, of our expression, of our love for our country, to then fight for its ideals, and to fight to realize the promise of America. I have always believed in our nation's promise because I have lived it. I grew up as a child of the Civil Rights Movement. My parents would take me to the marches when I was in a stroller. And we all know, and we've read about it, at those marches, there were people from every walk of life who came together to fight for freedom and for opportunity. You know, growing up, I saw how hard my mother worked to give her daughters the same chances our country gave her. And I was blessed growing up to have family by blood and to have family by love who instilled in me the values of community, of compassion, and faith. I've spent my life fighting for people who have been hurt and counted out, but who never stop believing that in our country, anything is possible. I have lived the promise of America, and today, I see the promise of America in everyone who is here, in all of you. We are the promise of America. We are the promise of America. I see its promise in the fathers and the mothers and the grandparents across our nation who work so hard every day for our children's future. I see it in the women who refuse to accept a future without reproductive freedom, and in the men who support them. I see it in people of all ages who have knocked on doors, made calls, sent texts, and who will spend tomorrow driving their fellow Americans to the polls. I see it in Republicans who have never voted for a Democrat before, but who put the Constitution of the United States above party. And I see the promise of America in all the young leaders who are voting for the very first time. Where are you? I know you're here. I know you're here. And you who are determined to live free from gun violence, who are determined to tackle the climate
Since you are a
crisis,
Kamala
who are
supporter,
ready
tell me
to
how do I
shape
tell my
the
family in
world
Lebanon
we
it's actually good to
inherit.
vote for sending bombs to their
you in
city? I can't do the
particular,
harm
I
reduction
say,
shit,
I
man.
see your
What is
power.
happening here? Like, what have...
Can we all
When have I ever told you to go and fucking vote for Kamala Harris? The fuck are you talking about? Why are chatters just fantasizing things right now? It's one day out from the fucking election.
We started this campaign 107 days ago.
If you were to go back to your family and be like, I'm voting for Donald Trump because that's the better option, then yeah, I tell you you're wrong.
It has been a fight for something.
It's got to be bait. It is bait.
A fight for a future with freedom, with opportunity, and with dignity for all Americans. Our campaign has brought together people from all corners of this nation and from all walks of life.
So you didn't tell people to vote for Kamala and they
United
use it for later?
by our love
Oh, that's why.
for our
They're trying to bait
country
me into being like, oh,
our faith
Hasan didn't advocate
in a
sufficiently for Kamala
brighter,
Harris.
stronger and more hopeful
So they can clip it
that
for later and be
we will
like,
build together. And tonight, then we finish as we started, with optimism, with energy, with joy, knowing that we the people have the power.
do you know anyone personally who
to
voted for
shape
Trump?
our future.
Yes, many people, including
And
but
that
not
we
limited
can
to FaZe
confront
Banks as of
any
today.
challenge we face when we do it together. Generations of Americans before us.
And I was
led
expecting
the
her to
fight.
respond to FaZe Banks' endorsement or Joe Rogan's endorsement, and I'm shocked that she hasn't.
The baton is in our hands. And to everyone who continues to pour so much of yourselves into this campaign as an extension of your love for our country, I thank you for your time, your effort, and the heart you are putting into this. And together, I know that together we are also intentional about, in this process, building community and building coalitions. And because of you, each of you, and collectively, our people-powered movement reflects a simple and undeniable truth.
It's coming.
That we are all in this together. We are all in this together. So we have one day to get this done, which means now we need to get to work and get out the vote. So let's reach out once again to our family members, friends, classmates, neighbors, coworkers, knowing and reminding them that we all have so much more in common than what separates us. And let us please remind everyone that your vote is your voice, and your voice is your power. So tonight I ask you one last time, are you ready to make your voices heard? Do we believe in freedom? Do we believe in opportunity?
So
Do
let's
we
go out.
believe in
and
the
fight
promise
for
of
it.
America.
That's what she's gonna say.
And are we ready to fight for it? And when we fight,
We win.
God bless you, and God bless the United States of America.
What hour I start at? When I see Doug, I'm fucking Dugged up, okay? I'm Doug the fuck up. Yeah, Proud Boys Telegram getting riled up in this New York Times piece. Folks, it's happening. It's in approximately 24 hours, maybe like 26, 27 hours, we might have an answer for the question, who is the next president of the United States of America? Now, we don't know. It's entirely dependent on how close the races are in key states, but I will be having guests on tomorrow. Be safe out there. Go out and vote. I will, of course, be voting myself. I already voted on stream, but I'm going to be dropping my ballot off. Are you worried about the outcome? I am worried about the outcome regardless of who wins. That's the problem. I'm more worried if Trump wins. I'm less worried if Kamala Harris wins, but I'm still worried. I am worried about the future of this country, regardless of who wins tomorrow. I mean, maybe I'll enjoy if Kamala Harris does win. I'll probably enjoy the conservative tears a little bit, but overall, I think that it's terrifying. Oh wait, FaZe Banks wants to talk to me about voting for Donald Trump. He just texted me.